Hello everyone, welcome to another amazing video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I actually achieved this amazing picture or amazing design you're seeing right here. I'm going to be showing you how I achieved everything from scratch. I'm also going to be showing you what I did, or explaining to you what I did and why I did it, so that you can understand how composition and manipulation works while designing. Now everything you see right here was all done using just my smartphone. I did not use my laptop for any of this that you're seeing here. So with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, so welcome back. Now before we continue, I would like to give a big shout out to the new subscribers. Thank you so much everyone for subscribing. I really appreciate your subscription. It means a lot to me. And for those who has not subscribed, please do it to subscribe, hit the notification bell icon and turn it on so that you can always get notified whenever I drop amazing videos like this. So with all this being said, I'm going to be actually now getting right into it. Alright, so now we have a very blank artboard right here. So the first thing I'm going to do is to click on the plus icon so that I can import the first background. Now we're going to be building everything from scratch like I said, so that everyone can follow along. So I'm going to import this right here, and then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click on relative size and stretch it out to 100%, just like that. And I could just increase it a bit and come right here to relative position and click on this and click on this so that everything can be centralized. Now that being done, I'm going to lock it up like I always do, so I don't have my elements moving all over the place. I'm going to grab the other backgrounds or the other elements that I used, which is this one right here. Now what I'm going to do is simply just crop to this extent, and I'm going to click on this. I'm going to drag everything up till it fills up my artboard the way I want it to be, just like this. Okay, I think this is good. Alright, this is good. Okay, so I'm going to lock this up. Now what I want to show you is the original image of the curtain, which is this one right here. So this is the original image that I had cut out. You can see right here. If I turn this off, you can only see just the curtain. Now what I did was to use an app called Photo Room. I'll leave a link to the app that you can actually use to download the app and always use to cut out elements for your designs. Very great app. You can it saves a ton of time when cutting out things, pictures, elements and stuff. So this is the original picture. You can see it was looking dark. So what I did was I took this original picture to Lightroom. That I will show you in another video entirely. I'm showing you how you can actually use Lightroom to edit your elements to give it a particular look or a particular feel that you like. So I took it to Lightroom and I made it brighter. I did some editing with it, and I removed the background, this center background you're seeing here. I removed it, and that was how we got this right here. So that being said, what I'm going to do next is to come over to this element right here, right? And then I'm going to come over to my color filter. Now what I want to do is, now for some reason you can see that the curtain, let me get a brush that I can draw over so that I can actually see what I'm explaining. Okay, so for some reason, right, the curtain is having a certain form of a different hue from this one, and is having a different hue from this sun reflection we're having right here. Now that will be kind of like a problem for our composition, right? So what we can do to fix that is to manipulate the curtain so that it blends with this sun we have here in this other background, right? So what I'm going to do is click on that background or the curtain element. You and I am going to simply go to color filters. Now I'm going to move the hue to, I'm going to tweak a lot of things, not really a lot. I'm just going to tweak a thing or two to balance it up. So I'm going to leave the hue at 15, and then I'm going to come over to saturation. I'm going to crank the saturation up a bit. Let's say 9. I think 9 will be okay, because this is actually too much. Okay, so I'm going to leave this at 9, and then next I'm going to work on the contrast. I'm going to increase it a bit like this. So I think, let me leave it at 6. Okay, 6 is good. So now you can see that, you know, by these little tweaks we've done, I've been able to blend the cutting to have the same, you know, to have the same feel with the sun that we have going on here, right? But now if you notice, or if you have a look at this cutting right here, this place, right, this place is actually more saturated than this place, right? And that's sort of like a problem. So what we're going to do to fix that is that I am going to simply come right here and duplicate this cutting element that I have here. After duplicating, I'm going to place it well, just like we have it on the design, just like this. All right, this is good. And then next thing I'm going to do is to come to my crop tool and then just crop towards this angle, just like that. And then we have that. So I'm going to pick that. Let me lock it off so that it doesn't have to be moving all over the place. I'm going to pick that particular element. I'm going to tweak that again. So I'm still going to leave the hue at 15 actually, but that now I'm going to increase the saturation a bit so that it blends with the right hand side as we have it here, right? I'm going to leave this at 26. 26 is good. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at 26. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go back to color filter, and then I'm going to just tweak. I'm going to tweak the contrast. Okay, let me just leave the contrast at 6. I think the contrast is okay, but I'm going to reduce the brightness so that everything can blend together. So I think I'll just leave the brightness at -4 or -5, as the case may be. And then I'll come back to my saturation and drop it a bit, just like this. So let's see what we have. So I'm still going to work on saturation again. So this is what photo manipulation is quite all about. Having to be able to merge up all your stuff to give it a consistent or the same look as it is, right? So okay, I'm just going to crank this up a bit. Alright, so this is actually okay. Alright, this is actually okay. So next thing I'm going to do, right, is to come down to this particular element we'll be working on. Now, if you noticed right here, let me zoom in so that you can have a look. If you notice right here, we're having a line that we don't actually want, so we're going to fix that quickly. Still having this selected, I'm going to come over to my eraser tool. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to make this big. I'm going to increase the the softness of the brush, and then I'm going to zoom in just like this, and then I'm just going to do this. I'm going to fade like this, just like this. So don't worry, it actually looks somehow, but you get to see what we've done on the artboard once I click on this button right here. So if you look closely, we no longer have that, you know, line that we are having before, right? That's because we've been able to kind of like use the soft brush or the soft eraser effect to, you know, even it with our background. So that being done, now the next thing I'm going to do is to now bring in the pictures. So I'm going to click on this right here, and then I'm going to go to where I have the picture. I'm going to first of all bring in this one right here, and then I'm just going to increase like this and leave it right here, just like this. Now if you, let me lock this up. So now this particular image wasn't like this actually. What I did, as a matter of fact, what I did first of all, let me bring out the original image so that you can actually understand what I am trying to explain. So this is the original color of the image, right? This was the original color. Of course, I tweaked some things while I was editing the image at first, but I actually did not mess with the color of the suits, because I used this particular image for another design entirely, right? But for this particular design, I needed something not too bright because of the tone I was going for. Now, if you get to look at this picture right here, if I get to leave this picture right here with the blue suit on this brown background, you can see it's actually looking sort of weird, right? So I needed something that can actually be quite dark, that can give me a dark feeling. So what I did was to take this same picture to Lightroom, and then I simply just edited to get this particular result right here. So that was how I did it. Of course, in other tutorials I'm going to be showing you how to, you know, edit pictures, elements using your Lightroom app, all strictly on your mobile phone. So that being said, next thing I'm going to do is to bring up the other image, which is this one right here. So I'm just going to crop like this, and then I'm going to just reverse it, and then I'm going to increase the size just like this, just like this. Let me make this bigger quite a bit. Just like this. And then what I'm going to do is, let me lock this up and then take this, make this bigger a bit, like this. Alright, this is quite okay. Alright, cool. So I'll lock this back up, and then for this one, let me just quickly get this, you know, probably placed. Now that being done, what I'm going to do now, if you notice, this picture is actually looking quite dark, right? So what I'm going to do to fix that is that I'm going to also I'm going to go over to my color filters. Now the idea is to make it quite bright, but not so bright. So I'm just going to crank up the brightness quite a bit. I'm going to crank it up to around, let's say 15. Let's see what 15 actually gives us. Alright, this is good. Now I'm going to crank up the contrast a bit to, let's say 10, or let's say 5, or, you know, in between that. Okay, let's say 5, or let's 6. 6 is good. Yeah, 6 is good. So this being done, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to simply, I think this image is quite close, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply unlock and then just adjust like so. But But then what I want to do is to come to this crop right here and reverse everything. Reverse the crop like this. And there's the reason why I did that. Why? Because I don't want the noise I was getting in the picture just now. So we have this here. Now, next thing I'm going to do, we're almost done with the design as it is. The next thing I'm going to do is I am just going to add up a little elements to kind of just lock everything up, which is this right here. So I'm just going to rotate this element, make it bigger, like so. This. And then I'm going to do the same. Now I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to just do this, just like so, and we are good to go. So all that remains is the happy birthday, the text that you saw in the previous design, which I'm not actually going to bore you with all of that. I'm just going to simply just come to the plus icon, because I had that saved up so we can actually save time and the tutorial does not get lengthy, right? So I'm just going to bring that up, which is this right here, and then I'm just going to come right here to the relative size and crank it up to 100. So that everything sits perfectly on the design, just like so. So there you have it. Now I can now save like this, and then I can export. So of course when you're saving, save as PNG, and then you can export as PNG. If it's something you want to print, you can save as Ultra. If it's something that you just want to post for social media, you could save as default or save as custom, and then you just click on save, and there you have it. So that'll be all for this tutorial. Do it to like, do it to subscribe, do it to share to persons who want to learn how to get amazing designs done like this. You can just share my link, my YouTube link to your status and all of that, so that people can learn for free. Because as a matter of fact, not everybody can have the ability to have a laptop now, but you actually do not have to wait to get a laptop. Trust me, you don't have to, right? I actually did not start design using my phone. I started using a laptop, right? But then I had to start using my phone for this very particular purpose, to help people know that you can actually create great and amazing designs using just your phone alone. And as you can see in this tutorial right here, there was nothing done with my laptop. Everything done, as you can see, was on my phone. I explained how I got to achieve all the different editing and manipulation on my phone, just on my phone. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Do well to watch, practice. Of course, you can, if you have my Telegram link, which will be in the link in the description, where you can also get all the elements I use for design. You can do it to drop your designs there as well, and we can all look at it and criticize constructively together. All right, that will be all for now. Bye guys.